HBAR has been one of the main cryptocurrencies that I cover on my channel. For years, it's been the case. Now I want to tell you, as someone that's been investing into this coin for a long time, got my entry 4 to 5 cents, was thinking that, hey, maybe I should take some profit at 50 cents. Maybe I should take pretty much everything out at $1, $2, $3, $5. I haven't been more bullish. I've been talking to people, if you've seen on the channel, founders, innovators, people trying to move the needle in terms of HBAR DeFi over the past month. That's my goal, getting deeper into the HBAR DeFi ecosystem. I'm extremely bullish on what is coming later this year. And I humbly believe that the people, including myself, this is something I'm positioning with my own capital, the people that position themselves within the HBAR DeFi ecosystem are going to make an absolute killing. That's what I want to talk about in this video. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I want to tell you what part of the cycle we're in right now. We are in maybe the 6th inning. I don't think we're in the last inning. And I'm going to make a prediction now. I want you to bookmark this video so you can see this in the future. I know people are calling a double top on Ethereum. And they're saying that it's all going to be over the next couple months. If not, it's already over. I don't think this is the peak. I think what we're seeing is a heck of a lot of volatility, which is a key indicator of a lot of interest within the markets. And my belief here, institutions are going to continue to acquire Ethereum, which we're seeing here. ETHZilla Corp has acquired 7,000 Ethereum at an average price of $4,500. People are accumulating more Ethereum. Altcoins are going to see the light in 2026. And I know you don't want to hear this, because I know what people want to hear is that things are going to happen tomorrow and that things are going to be very quickly happening and it's all going to be over. We're all going to become millionaires in the next 10 days. I do think we're going to see some level of an altcoin season in 2025. But I think most of what's to be exciting in the HBAR ecosystem, in these ISO 20022 ecosystems, is going to come in 2026 if it happens. Because this is when all of these announcements, all of this price action has happened on the meme coin, and it's finally seeping into the DeFi side. And the DeFi side is what we want for long-term growth. It's what we want for long-term innovation. It's what we want to see if this coin is going to survive longer than 2026. If we're going to see HBAR survive longer than something like a 2025 bull run, we need to see the DeFi ecosystem mature. We need to see new projects, new institutions come into the HBAR ecosystem for it to survive. I have talked to a lot of founders over the past month. It's what I've dedicated myself to do. I've been exploring different ecosystems. This is completely honest here. I didn't think a lot was going on within HBAR DeFi. You know, while I thought the HBAR DeFi ecosystem was slowly maturing and maybe we would see some form of run, I'm a lot more bullish than I was earlier this year in the HBAR DeFi ecosystem. I think this is the positioning that a lot of you will not agree on, which is exactly kind of what I want. If the consensus is that this won't work out, then my thesis is this video will age very well, HBAR DeFi will mature, and this will play out in my favor. That's, where I am allocating my capital into to turn, 20K into hopefully, $1 million by the end of this cycle. I know it's a lot of X's. I know it's a lot of things, but DeFi is the place to do those absurd X's. Here's the thesis. What's going to happen is after all this capital comes into Ethereum and it comes into these other altcoins, we're going to see ETFs. We're going to see XRP, Solana, HBAR is going to be one of those ETFs. We're probably going to see an Avalanche ETF as well. And what's going to happen is a lot of these institutions are going to come in 2026, in early 2026, after we have a crazy run on HBAR. We're probably going to see new all-time highs on HBAR. I'm talking about 50 cents, etc. And then after that, 2026 is really going to be that blow off top for HBAR, at least in the short term. We're going to see probably $1 on HBAR. That's going to lead to billions of dollars going into the HBAR DeFi ecosystem. We're already starting to see some ecosystem players mature. And this is just off the cuff. I've been covering this. If you've been entering any of the HBAR DeFi plays that I've been talking about on this channel, which I know a lot of you disagree on, and you think that this is a scam, this is stupid, this makes no sense. I started talking about this at a 1200 floor, 2 weeks ago? It's been 2 weeks at this point. The floor is 1990, so it's almost double. It's almost 100% gain during a time where HBAR is down. I mean, the HBAR coin is down at the same time this NFT collection has almost doubled in price. That shows you that there's a lot of pent-up liquidity that wants to enter HBAR. There's almost no coin that could do what HBAR can potentially do here. It's an ecosystem that is not mature, but shows promising, levels of growth. It's already starting to show you a little bit of what it can do, but it hasn't really shown all of its cards yet. The HBAR ecosystem is still not mature. The tools suck. I mean, trading on HBAR is not the most fun experience in the world because it's still so early. People haven't built the tools, but I've talked to founders. They are building the tools. The tools are coming. And it's not like they're coming in 2 years. They're coming very soon, sooner rather than later. I think when these tools come out, when it's easier to trade HBAR coins and meme coins and these NFT collections and all this stuff, we're going to see a massive amount of liquidity enter the HBAR ecosystem. And this is going to be huge for HBAR. I mean, absolutely massive for HBAR if they pull their cards right. We're already starting to see it here. The amount of volume that's been entering these little guys, and I know it's just an NFT collection, some of you guys, we haven't even had an NFT bull run. So I'm not a guy that's normally bullish on NFTs. I'm usually bearish on NFTs. But the fact is, they've been getting a lot of attention. They've been doing hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of volume every single day. For NFTs, that's a big deal, because it shows that retail is looking. They're looking for opportunities. They're tired of Solana. They're tired of all these chains, and they're looking for new opportunities to make money. And it's why on this channel, I've been doing this thing where I do this forever, man, every day, because I want to support the ecosystem. I want to make sure people know what's going on, because this is the time to position yourself. This is not the time to throw all of your money. I'm not saying throw all of your money at HBAR or throw all your money into these little ghosts. I'm not saying that at all. But it might be time to maybe pick one up, see what's going on in the ecosystem. Maybe you don't even care about these dead pixels. I'm not telling you to buy this collection. Maybe you just want to buy a coin. Put $50, put $20, put $10, put anything so that you can monitor the progress within the ecosystem. You could even put $1. It doesn't even matter how much you put. Just as much as you're able to go ahead and just look into what's going on in HBAR. There are a lot of people that just don't get it. I want to show you something. I don't know. Let's go to BSC. Let's click on the first coin that looks big enough. Is this BNB 48 Club? I don't even know these coins. Is this a scam coin? There's a bunch of random coins all over the place. Anyway, the charts don't look that great on a lot of them. You go to Abstract. Abstract's actually kind of cooking right now. You know, they've got stuff like Poly did pretty well. You know, you look at the 4-hour chart, things have had their corrections, etc. Look at the HBAR ecosystem. I want you to check this out. Look at how crazy the charts are. And I've been showing this over and over. Look at how they've held despite the fact that HBAR has gone down in price. GIB makes new all-time highs against HBAR pretty much every day. Against HBAR, this thing is making all-time high after all-time high. And that shows that there's enough people in the ecosystem that are interested in these plays. Now, it doesn't matter if you're someone that hates this stuff, you think meme coins are stupid, you think they're irrelevant. I'm actually part of the tribe. I actually don't like meme coins because meme coins promote the worst in the crypto space. But at the end of the day, that's what retail wants to do. So I'm not going to tell retail to not trade meme coins. And I'm not going to just ignore meme coins because that's where a lot of the money is at right now. That's just the fact in the matter. The way I can position myself is that I take a small percentage of my HBAR bag, which was about 10%, and I'm able to go ahead, allocate into this very early on ecosystem, which we don't know if it's going to work out because it's still so early. The biggest meme coin is 6 mil. That's nothing. 6 million is absolutely nothing. Given what I have talked to founders about and what I'm learning as I go and talk to more people in HBAR, it looks like the risk to reward for me is more than worth it. It's more than worth it. Now, I could be 100% wrong. And if I'm wrong, I lose $20,000. It's okay. I'll be perfectly fine. If I'm wrong, you lose $50, $20, or whatever you put in. That's okay. That's a good risk to reward that I'm more than willing to take. If this ecosystem can 100x in size and I have the potential of losing 100%, that's a very good risk to reward for me. So I'm able to position myself, understand what's going on in the ecosystem. There's a ridiculous amount of volume here. And let me show you, the amount of volume that's coming from these forever mints is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, what is this? This was the highest day. Maybe we take what happened here, 485,000 HBAR. That wasn't the best day. It was actually pretty poor performance. $91,000. That's $91,000. 7% of that goes in royalties to the platform. 7%. So we take 7%. of 91,000, right? That's $6,300 going into these collections. And that's right now when almost no one is talking about HBAR DeFi. I want you to keep this point in mind. Almost no one is talking about HBAR DeFi. And when this blows up, I want you to remember that I was the one that told you about this, because I'm almost certain that we're going to have a big moment for HBAR DeFi. When HBAR DeFi blows up, this amount will 10x, 100x every single day. These collections are going to be making filthy amounts of capital. Filthy amounts of capital. And that's why I've been positioning myself. So we'll go ahead and do a forever mint right here, just so I can show you how easy it is to do this in the ecosystem. It's going to pop it up. I'm going to put my password right now just to open up the wallet. Security first, right? I press this button, approve. Okay? Check this out. I press the approve button. It's done. We are done here. we don't have to go keep doing this and wait for 30 years. We just go ahead and have our ghost, which, as you can see here, he actually looks pretty cool. He's got a little Dead Pixels hat. And there you go. I have my NFT and I've minted it. It's that easy on HBAR. What I think we need as an ecosystem, and this is just being blunt, is we need something like Axiom. We need something like Axiom. Something that will make it easier for the average person to trade. And what I think is coming, this is what I think is coming, is this platform called Orbit. Orbit allows you to execute trades, capture early entries, set orders instantly. A lot of the HBAR ecosystem is going to want this thing to work out. The NFTs for this thing sold out already. No, this isn't sponsored. This is me just covering the ecosystem. None of these things are sponsored, by the way. I mean, I just think that my capital is going to more than speak for itself when I make a ton of money. And hopefully you guys make money. I've been seeing comments in the comment section talking about you guys buying Dead Pixels or you guys buying Gib and making healthy profit. Remember that while everything is sunshine and rainbows, that you should be buying multiple NFTs so that you can take profit. Taking profit is very important. You should be taking profit aggressively. In fact, and for the sake of transparency, I'm taking profit on some of my Dead Pixels, right? I'm not going to go ahead and hold this thing forever. I'm an honest human being. So I'm taking profit on some of these to take my cost out so that I'm able to go ahead and hold the rest of my Dead Pixels. If I take my initials out, then I don't really care. I can hold this thing for the rest of eternity if I want to. But allowing myself to take profit on some of my NFTs will allow me to go ahead and hold this thing. Take the risk out. You remember, like I said, if the risk reward is me losing 100% or making 100x, and I take my initials out, then the only risk is my profit, which is exactly what I want. And that's how you should be when you're treating yourself to DeFi. The opportunity is to stack more HBAR. The opportunity is always to stack more HBAR. Think about it that way. Always. If you're in a DeFi ecosystem, you want to stack the main coin. And that, in this case, would be HBAR. Because if DeFi grows on HBAR, then we can assume HBAR as a coin is going to go up a hell of a lot faster because of the amount of money that's there. So yeah, I think that one of the things we're going to be seeing here is probably going to be Orbit. I mean, I'm following them. They seem like they're going to go ahead and make an Axiom clone or something different, something innovative, something that's just going to make it easier to trade on HBAR, something that will probably make it so that a lot of you guys can trade that maybe aren't as into crypto and obsessed and into this thing every single day. That'll probably be the platform for you. So I'll leave a link in the description for you guys to go ahead and check it out. It's not live just yet, but still, just so you can see the ecosystem. What I want you to take from this video is this is the time to explore. I'm not telling you to buy now. I will never make a video telling people to buy a cryptocurrency. At the end of the day, I am simply covering what I am doing. Just because I have decided to take a risk on something does not mean that you should take a risk. And if in the future I make a ton of money on this HBAR DeFi run and I cover it, I'm like, oh, we're up 100K or 200K or 500K or whatever. Don't feel bad about it. At least you learn. And if you only put $50 and you turn it into $1,000, feel good about yourself. You were positioned in the right place at the right time. You decided to take that risk while other people didn't want to take that risk. What we want to take from this video is that I think HBAR is going to have a massive run late 25. I think DeFi is going to have a massive run in 25, probably an even bigger run in 26. And positioning accordingly, a lot of the ecosystem is ready for a lot of growth, and I want to be ahead of it. As someone that has covered this cryptocurrency for a long time, I want to make sure that I've used the experience, the knowledge that I've gained over the years covering this thing to make a lot of money, because that's what we're doing. We're trading our time, our knowledge in exchange for capital. So that's what I'm going ahead and doing, and something that I feel is so important to me. It's even more important than talking about any of the institutional stuff that is happening on HBAR right now. As a retail trader, as someone that is just a guy that trades cryptocurrencies, it's probably the most important time in my life. This could potentially be one of the most important trades that I've done. So that's what I'm doing. I hope this helps. I hope this has taught you something. If so, please leave a comment so that I know. Let me know what you want me to cover within the HBAR ecosystem. That's always very helpful as well. As always, stay classy, subscribe for more videos, and that's all.